Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to look at clutch number 5, do an update on them. 3 of them have shed out, the other one is kind of lagging behind and I don't know why it's taking so long to shed, but it's coming along. But there's another snake in the same clutch that looks identical to it, so we can take a look at that one. I'm also going to show you a quick preview of clutch 6 because they're from the same sire, which is Big Puma, and I kind of wanted to show you the differences between the 2 clutches and how you know, the colors and everything and the patterns come out. I actually have 4 clutches with him. Another one should be hatching in the next week, and another clutch the week after. So by the middle of July, I should have 4 clutches from him, and they should all be here at that point. I don't foresee any of them being sold or shipped out by then. So I should have probably 20 babies to compare and contrast all the different colors and patterns and figure out exactly what all of the genes are. And I have a very funny and stupid story to tell you about this last clutch too. So the quick preview, let me actually turn my light around here to get a little more light on it. So these are the guys from clutch 5 that shed out. Here is one of the ones that did shed, and here are the other 3. Just to show you really quick, and we'll go through them a little more in depth once I bring them back out. But here is the latest clutch to actually hatch. This is his other, well, and they're all piled up. There are 5 in here. And this one, you can almost tell immediately that there are no super orange dreams in this clutch because only one of the parents had orange dream. But there's a couple snakes in here, this one in particular, that looks exactly like Daddy. This one looks exactly like Big Puma. It almost looks like it's his exact clone, this one here. A couple that are a little more kind of normal. There were no supers in this pairing here. So, well, the parents, neither parent was super. It was Leopard Enchi to Leopard Enchi Pinstripe OD. So, but just kind of a cool look at like what super OD does in these babies, and when you only have one copy of Orange Dream, it still brightens it up, but it makes a huge difference. So let's put these away so that I don't lose them again, which is my dumb story for this week. So I had family over last week, and I was showing them, you know, all the new babies, all the snakes and everything, and somehow I took that clutch number 5 out. I set it down on this black cart here, and then I continued to show them some of the other snakes, and somehow I left the snakes sitting in the cart in one of these plastic bins, just like that. It left it there. I completely forgot about it. For some reason, I looked through the room before I left. I make sure like all the tubs are closed. I walk around, make sure all the tubs are closed. And somehow I missed that there's a tub sitting right there with 4 snakes in it in the middle of this cart. I didn't figure that out till the next day. I came down in the morning and I saw it sitting there and my heart dropped. And of course, it was empty because there's no way that those 4 snakes were gonna sit in that tub overnight. So immediately I started to panic, and this is the first time that I've had snakes get loose that were my fault. This Mojave clown female here, she did get loose once, and that's because somehow she pushed open this tub, and she's the one that I found over hiding on the rat rack looking for her next meal. These 4 were my fault. I left them out, which was so far the dumbest thing I've done with these snakes. So I tore the reptile room apart, you know, the whole thing, tore everything out, couldn't find any of them. I came back later that day, and little did I know that underneath this table here, I have these little green bins that I keep stuff in. This one I have like bags from Rodent Pro. Well, there was one of the snakes that was hiding underneath that bag. And I was like, oh man, how did I not think to look there? Well, I pulled out the second bin, and there was a second snake hiding underneath these extra garbage bags I have here. Unfortunately, there was nobody in the third bin. So I recovered 2 of the snakes, and the other 2 were MIA. I could not find them anywhere. I literally tore this room apart and I could not find them. I even looked at all the silly, like, to be honest, I'm surprised they even got underneath this rack here. It doesn't seem like a hatchling ball python can find an easy way up there, but they definitely did. There were 2 of them hiding in those green bins. Could not find the other 2 anywhere. So I don't have a door on this entryway yet, and that's the only way in and out of this room. I blocked that door off, but at that point, it was like 24 hours later, I knew there's a chance that one of them crawled out of the room into the rest of the basement. And eventually one of them did. So, now we're going on a couple days where these snakes are gone. I'm not able to find them anywhere. I kind of figured at that point, there's no way I was gonna find them unless it was by chance. So, as I was going through cleaning my snakes, as I do, I am working in this tub here with my pastel clown pied male, cleaning them out this week. I go to push it back in, and there's like resistance. It's not going in all the way. Well, all the way in the back of the shelf was the 3rd hatchling. So it got all the way up to this, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th shelf up here. It got in behind the actual tub itself and was hiding in there. How it got up there, I don't know. I would have loved to have seen it happen, but I didn't. Literally, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes later, and this is the crazy part about it, I set up a snake trap. I set up 2 snake traps where I got 2 space heaters, and I put a space heater and a hide right in the middle of the floor, just to see if maybe they would see the heat, the extra heat, and they'd go in there to hide. I also set one up out here in the rest, so I have the rest of this basement, just a big empty basement. I set one up right here on the floor with the heater. Well, I literally find that one behind, on the middle of the snake rack. I walk out, finish cleaning up that room in there, and there's literally a hatchling stuck its head out, staring at me 30 minutes later after coming out of the room. So, my snake heat trap worked. So the moral of the story is, don't be stupid like me and leave your snakes out and forget to put them back. But the other moral of the story is, 2 of the snakes were literally inches from where I lost them. If they can find a nice place to hide close to where they got out, there's a good chance that that's where they are. The second moral of the story is, if you do lose them and you can't find them, make some warm spots in the area where you think you lost them at. Because one of them was hiding in the back of a snake rack, and the other one was found next to a heater and a hide that I placed on the floor. Because that floor is cold out there. It's not in the reptile room. The reptile room's 80 degrees. That floor out there is probably 70 degrees or cooler. So it found that hot spot, and that's where it stayed. So, you know, there's another mental note. I got lucky this time. I got all of them back. They're all healthy, and I didn't lose any, but I was like about to die. So that's this clutch here that 3 of them have shed, and we can take a look at them because they're awesome looking. I'm still not 100% positive what their IDs are because there's a lot going on with these genes. So the mom was a super inchy Orange Dream, and the dad was Big Puma's Orange Dream Leopard Pinstripe Enchi. So what we're looking at is some crazy, awesome, beautiful snakes. So this guy or girl here, and there's 2 of these, have literally the coolest head stamps in the world. I know for sure this is Orange Dream Enchi Leopard, but I've never seen head stamps that are that unique. I'm thinking these 2 are super Enchi. The other one is the one that hasn't shed yet. Let me get that one out. So there's the other one. They're very similar. Actually, now that I'm looking at them, this one has a little more pattern. Maybe this one's the super inchy. Maybe this one's just an inchy. This one has a little more pattern in it. No, they're all inchy because mom was super inchy, so they're all inchy for sure. I'm thinking maybe because this one has a little more pattern, this is just an inchy leopard orange dream, and this isn't super inchy leopard orange dream, possibly super orange dream, but they have the same exact head stamp. Kind of looks like an ankh, if you know Egyptian lore a little bit. Now this guy or girl is the other one of the other ones that has shed. This one right here. I believe that's a super inchy orange dream. There's definitely not leopard in it. And when you're looking at odds, you know, you have a 50, unless it's a super, you have a 50% chance to pass on any genes. Well, obviously there's pinstripe in this set, and we only got one pinstripe. That's out of 4 babies. That's a 25% chance. So obviously sometimes odds are great for you, sometimes they aren't. This clutch is beautiful either way. I'm thinking super inchy, inchy. I'm honestly thinking I hit OD in all of them. They're all super bright. Some of them might be super orange dream. This one here is kind of the killer snake that's probably gonna be a holdback. I think it's a female. It's definitely super orange dream. It's definitely an inchy. It's definitely a leopard. Maybe a super inchy. It's possible we hit all 6 genes here. Look at that head stamp. The snake is a killer. I was kind of hoping it's a male, but it's not. I think it's a female. But look at the pattern on this thing. It's absolutely insane. The head stamp is awesome. Now, the head stamp on these two, they look very similar, is, if I can get it to come on, it's definitely, it's ball python. Come here, there you are. I mean, that is just literally one of the coolest head stamps that I've ever seen on a ball python, especially with it not being a clown. And that head stamp is just completely unique. Looks like a cross or like an ankh from Egyptian culture. But this is definitely like a sweet head stamp clutch. These 3 have really cool ones, the 3 that have leopard in them. Even this one here without the leopard has some really cool look to it. But again, you know, genes, you know, you're kind of at the odds of, you know, the odds gods. And I'm thinking I hit OD in all of them, and super OD in a couple, super inchy in a couple, leopard in 3 of them, pinstripe in 1 of them. This one here is the true killer, though. I mean, I'm hitting at least, that has to have at least 5 genes in my opinion, if not 6. I haven't seen anything exactly like it. I did see one, I think from Ozzy, that was, he called super OD, inchy leopard, pinstripe, and I think it had yellow belly, but it looked very close to this one. I know I don't have yellow belly in this combo. So maybe it's just an inchy without being super inchy. But looking at these other ones, you know, looking at this one here and this one here and comparing them, they both look like they're super inchy. This one just looks like it's single gene inchy. This one, and this one will all be up for sale once they start to eat. I know 2 people really liked, already mentioned they liked this one and this one. This one, or no, this one and this one. This one I don't believe is spoken for yet, but I honestly think they might all be super orange dream. Well, at least that one, and this one. They're beautiful snakes. Now, I had 2 super inchy OD females that Big Puma was bred to, and the other clutch is due within the next 7 days, and I believe there are 5 eggs in that clutch. So I'll have 9 babies from 2 of the identical females. So hopefully I get similar snakes that I'm able to kind of figure out between them, you know, which is which and which snake has which genes. You know, compare them, contrast them. But I'm really excited about this. This snake here, this is going to be, I'm not 100% sold that I'm keeping it, but I'm like 95% sold that I'm keeping it. This snake here will be my first ever holdback. Everything else I've produced has just been kind of for production's sake, I guess, if you want to put it. This is really kind of the first project that I made that I am like, you know, I love what I call the big cat genes when I put them all together. You know, if I happen to get lucky to produce an urban camo later this year, I'll probably keep one of those too. But this to me is just a beautiful, awesome snake. And if I'm able to upgrade, you know, my breedings with this, even if it turns out to be a girl, hopefully she's a good eater. And, you know, in 2 to 3 years, she's killing it for me. But I have not seen more than 1 or 2 snakes that look anything like that. And they're beautiful. And even like this, these head stamps right here are completely unique. I have not seen anything exactly like that. This snake is just like bright orange yellow and just dark black. Beautiful eyes that are sort of kind of like a greenish color. Beautiful snakes. Absolutely beautiful. This one I'm curious to see when it finally sheds, whenever that is. It has a very similar head stamp to that one right there. It's a little lighter in the middle. But as you can see, the pattern's a little different. That's why I'm thinking the one on the right is the super inchy, and this one is just a single gene inchy. Has a little more pattern to it, a little more black, I should say. They're both beautiful though. They're awesome snakes. But so that's that clutch number 5. Clutch 6 should be, I don't know, they'll probably shed before clutch 7 starts to pip. Clutch 7 is the other super inchy OD female that was bred to Big Puma. So a lot of these, my big cat gene snakes will be hatching or pipping or shedding simultaneously. And I honestly think I'll probably have all 4 clutches still here before any of them are actually shipped out, because, you know, typically I don't sell them, or I don't sell them until I have at least 3 meals and they're unfrozen thawed, if not 4 meals. So these guys haven't even been fed yet because they're still shedding, and sometimes they won't even eat the first week after shed. So it's going to be a while before any of them are shipped out. So I'm thinking they should all be shed. So I'll probably have all 4 clutches and be able to compare all of them to get like the best ideas of what their genes are. So then when I do finally list them on Morph Market, I'm giving you like kind of the best genetic description and the best price for them possible. So, but I'm really happy with these guys. I think, you know, back again to this clutch, I definitely see where the Super OD plays a big part in these snakes, and I will almost definitely probably be trying to keep Orange Dream in there or Super Orange Dream in there as much as possible, because I think it makes a huge difference in the snakes. I think all of these snakes are Orange Dream at the very least, which definitely makes a huge difference in the color. These snakes, these 3 anyways, this one here, that's Super ID, the blacks are almost gone, it's more like a brown color, but these 3, I mean, the blacks are black in them, and the orangey yellows are just super, it's like they're on fire. They're just absolutely gorgeous snakes. So hopefully this one sheds out soon. We get them all feeding, and then we are off to the races. And this guy, or girl here, is definitely going to be my first ever holdback. What an awesome snake. Look at that head stamp. It's almost completely gone from the head. That makes me so happy. Happy I didn't lose it either. But they're gorgeous snakes, and they are the first of 4 of Big Puma's clutches for the year. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.